So we're first going to start by drawing our pumpkin out, and we want to draw it pretty light because you're going to have to erase part of it to draw in the facial features. So I'm first going to start by doing, and you can go in portrait or landscape. I'm going to work in portrait today. So I'm first going to start out by drawing that shape, and now from there I'm going to start making some more. And these don't have to be perfect because it's kind of like a cartoonish version of it, and it's not going to be perfect. We don't want it to be perfect. It should almost look like it's like moving. I'm going to add a stem right here. I'm going to add a couple more up here just so it looks like it's a full pumpkin. But these ones are going to be hidden a little bit more because it's on the other side of the pumpkin. So there's my pumpkin shape. Once I have this done, I need to start adding in some of the facial features. So you get to decide which ones you do from the examples, or you can make your own. I'm going to just use one of the examples. And at this point, I'm going to erase some of those inside marks that I know I don't need. Again, hopefully you drew light so they actually erase well. And I'm going to add in some eyebrows. I'm going to attach it to the vine so it looks like a leaf. And again, erase that inside. At that point, if this is what you're happy with, go ahead and outline with a Sharpie or a black crayon. Once I drew it out in Sharpie, I want to go through again with an eraser just to make sure I got all of my pencil marks gone. Because once you touch this with paint or anything like that, your pencil marks are there for good. So after I painted my yellow, I went in and added some orange. Just like this. And if I want to, I can get that brush clean and then kind of go right on that line, and it'll blend into that yellow a little bit better. So before you do your background, you need to decide if you're going to do any words in the back. So our first example showed that it has said Scaredy Pumpkin. I think that it would be cool if you write something that the pumpkin might be thinking right now, or a sound effect that might be coming from somewhere else. So I'm going to write or draw out the words in bubble letters. So it sounds like something is coming from far away, and that's why my pumpkin's looking this way. So I wrote the word ah, and I think I'm gonna put a bubble around it so you can tell it's like a speech bubble coming from somewhere else. Then I'm gonna outline with Sharpie. So this is where, as an artist, you need to make a decision on if you are going to add the black details or not. So if you are, you can use a black oil pastel, or you can use a crayon. It's up to you. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to take my oil pastel. Remember, your oil pastel will smudge, so I'm gonna keep my hand that doesn't have it nice and clean by watching where I'm placing it. So I'm going to just do some stuff like this. On my pumpkin, I'm gonna do some of the shading. So you're mainly shading where you have that black. Around. I'm going to do some around the eye. And now around the rest of my pumpkin. And around my different layers. And you can decide if you want to do it on, if you did a speech bubble, like that. I'm going to add some highlights on my eyes just with a blue so you can see it a little better. A couple on the teeth. And then I'm going to go through with my white and add some highlights just real quick. Not very many on some of those yellow pieces. And if I want any highlights on my words, now's my time to do it. Again, if I'm going to do highlights, they need to be on the same side. So they're all like on the left side.